Hello grade 10, this is your day 25. We are still busy with chapter 4 equations. Today we're going to do simultaneous equations. So simultaneous equations mean that at the same time I'm going to solve more than one variable. So they're asking me, the question will usually be solve for x and y. So there are two variables. That is the question. So I need to solve two variables with two equations. When they ask for two variables, I have two equations. Now, there are two methods to do this. First one is the method of substitution, and the other one is elimination. So we're going to do both of those methods. We're going to do the same question with both methods so you can see the difference. Today's homework will only be about elimination, so we will do two examples about elimination. Now, substitution. Substitution means I'm going to substitute something in the place of something else. Okay, so that's the main idea of the method. Okay, so if I have to solve for x and y and they give me two equations, I go write them down. X plus 2y is equal to 5, and I name that one number 1. I could have named it number A or number B or so. And then the next equation, x minus y is equal to negative 1, I name that one number 2. Now, I have to get x or y alone in one of the equations, alone on the one side of the equal sign. So, I took equation number 1, and I said x is equal to 5 minus 2y. So I took the 2y over to the other side and it became minus 2y. So now I have x alone. Okay, I named that one number 3 from 1. Okay, so that's number 3 from 1. Okay, that means this 5 minus 2y, everywhere where I see x, I can go substitute 5 minus 2y because x is equal to 5 minus 2y. So if I see an x, I can go put in the place of x 5 minus 2y. So I take equation number 2 and I put 3 into equation number 2. So that means in the place of that x in equation number 2, I'm going to put that bracket 5 minus 2y. Okay, I'm going to put it in there. So it's going to be 5 minus 2y minus y is equal to negative 1. Okay, that's 5 minus 3y is equal to negative 1. I take the 5 over to the other side. Negative 3y is equal to 6, negative 6. Then I divide by negative 3 and I get y is equal to 2. Okay, so now I have an answer for y, but I don't have an answer for x yet. So I need to find x. Which equation looks nice to put x in? Of course, equation number 3, because x is already alone on the one side of the equation and I want x. So I'm going to substitute that y equal to 2 into equation number 3. Equation number 3 said x is equal to 5 minus 2y. But what is y now? 2. Remember, I put that 2 in the place of y. So it's 5 minus 4, which is 1. Now I have my answers. Y is equal to 2 and x is equal to 1. I'm going to write them in coordinate form. Remember, coordinate form means I have the x value first, and then semicolon, the y value in brackets. So it's going to be 1, semicolon 2 in brackets. That's the coordinates. Alright, and that's done. Now I'm going to do the same question with elimination. So elimination, eliminate means to get rid of something, to make something disappear. So what I want to do in this method is I want to make something disappear. So to make it easier, I'm going to make either x or y disappear. So I only have x or y, so that I only have one variable. So here we go. What we do in this method is we write them underneath one another like this. And then what we do is we find something that will be easy to eliminate. Okay? So, I see in this question, if I have, what do I have that's the same in equation number 1 and equation number 2? I have x. X is the same in both. So that's the one that I'm going to eliminate. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to say equation number 1 minus equation number 2. So I'm going to subtract this one from that one. So I have, oh goodness, sorry. Alright, so I have x minus x is nothing. So I eliminated x, aha. And then 2y minus y gives me 3y. And 5 minus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So 3y is equal to 6. Divide by 3 on the other side and I get y is equal to 2. Okay, now I have y, but I don't have x yet. Don't stop there. I still need to find x. So I'm going to take equation number 1, and I'm going to substitute that y is equal to 2 into equation number 1. Okay, I could have chosen equation number 2 as well. It doesn't matter. It'll give me the same answer, but I chose equation number 1. So in the place of y in equation number 1, I'm going to put 2. So it's x plus 2 times 2. Okay, so that 2 I put there in the place of y is equal to 5. What did I do? I took equation number 1 and I wrote it down there. And in the place of y I put 2 because that's the answer that I got for y. X plus 2 times 2 is x plus 4. And I take the 4 to the other side and I subtract it. So it's x is equal to 1. So then I write it in coordinate form. 1 semicolon 2 because those are the answers. And I put it in coordinate form. And that's it for elimination. And I had the same answer for the substitution method and for the elimination method. Now let's do another example for the elimination method. Okay, so let's do this question with elimination. Okay, I write them underneath one another and I call them number 1 and number 2. Okay, so in this case, in the previous question, I had to subtract the two equations, but that's not always how we do it. We have to find a plan. But in this case, we are going to add the equations. Why? Because this 2y, this 2y minus 2y, if I add them, I'm going to eliminate the y. Okay, so I'm going to add them. So I'm going to say equation number 1 plus equation number 2. That'll give me 3x plus 5x is 8x. And 2y minus 2y is 0. On the other side, I have 2 minus 18 is negative 16. Then I divide by 8 on the other side and I get negative 2. So now I have the x value. To get y, I'm going to substitute that x back into one of the equations. I took equation number 1. So I substituted it back into equation number 1. I take equation number 1, 3x plus 2y is equal to 2. Okay, so what is x now? X is negative 2. So it's 3 times negative 2 plus 2y is equal to 2. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6 plus 2y is equal to 2. Take the 6 over, then I have 2y is equal to 8, y is equal to 4. Then I have my answer for x and for y. I put it in coordinate form, negative 2, 4. Okay, those are the examples. Sometimes with elimination, guys, it won't work just to add or subtract the equations. Sometimes I have to multiply the equation with something to get something to eliminate. I hope that you will figure that out in the exercise. Now you do the exercise number 4. You don't do all the questions. You only do the questions that are told to do in the notes. So go to the notes and just see if it says there exercise 4, number B, D, E, and F. Only those 4. Now you pause this video, you do it, and then when you're ready to mark it, you press play and we mark it together. Welcome back. So what I have here, oh goodness, wait a second, what happened now? Okay, exercise 4. Okay, the first question that I have to do is number B. Okay, those are my two equations. X plus y is equal to -6 and 3x plus y is equal to -10. I call them A and B. I could have called them 1 and 2 as well. Okay, now when I want to eliminate, I'm going to subtract these two to eliminate the y. So let's look at it. X minus 3x is -2x. Equation A minus equation B is -2x. Y minus y is 0, and -6 minus -10 is -6 plus 10, which is 4. Now, -2x plus 4, -2x is equal to 4, so I divide by -2 on the other side, and I get x is equal to -2. And then, to get y, I'm going to substitute that in equation number A. Okay, so I put that back into A. -2 plus y is equal to -6, so y is equal to -4. Then I write it in coordinate form, -2, -4. Alright, now the next one is a little bit more tricky because there's nothing that's the same in equation A and equation B. So I'm going to multiply equation number B with -3. So I'm going to say, oh goodness. Okay, so I'm saying equation number B times -3. So what do I get then? -3x plus 6y is equal to 3. Those are the two that I get. Then I'm going to add these equations. Now I call that one number C. So it's 3x minus 3x is 0. 5y plus 6y is 11y is equal to 8 plus 3 is 11. I divide by 11 on the other side, so I get y is equal to 1. Then to get x, I'm going to sub that into equation number A. Okay, so I put it into A. A was 3x plus 5y, but what is y again? Y is 1. So 3x plus 5 is equal to 8. Take the 5 over, then I get 3x is equal to 3, and x is equal to 1. So I have y is equal to 1, x is equal to 1. So the coordinates will be 1, 1. Alright. Now this one. Again, nothing is the same at number E. So I'm going to take equation number A and multiply it by -2. So then I get -4x plus 6y is equal to -20. That's number C. So I'm going to take C and B and add them. So I get -4 plus 4 is 0. 6y plus 5y is 11y is equal to 22. Then I divide by 11 and I get y is equal to 2. Now I sub that into equation number B. I could have taken any equation, A, B or C. So I took B. And then I put in the place of y a 2. So 4x plus 5 times 2 is 42. Then I take the 5 times 2 is 10. I take it over to the other side and subtract 10 on the other side. So I get 4x is equal to 32. And divide by 4 to get x is equal to 8. Then I write my coordinates 8, 2. Remember, it's always the x value first and then the y value. Alright, last one, number F. Number F, here is this is a little bit more tricky one So I'm going to try to get both of the y's to 15. Okay, to get both of the y's to 15, there are other methods too, but this is what I chose to do. I'm going to say I multiply equation A by 5 and equation B by -3. Okay, so let's do that. Negative 4x times 5 is negative 20x. 3y times 5 is 15y, and 7 times 5 is 35. Then I take the equation number B and multiply it by -3. 6x times -3 is negative 18x. 5y times -3 is negative 15y. And 18 times -3 is negative 54. Now I see plus 15y minus 15y. That's nice because I'm going to be able to eliminate something. I'm going to add these equations. I have negative 20x minus 18x is minus 38x. Plus 15 minus 15 eliminates the y's. And 35 minus 54 is negative 19. Now I divide by negative 38 on the other side, and I get my answer, x is equal to a half. I'm going to sub this into equation number A. So it's going to be 4 times a half, because in the place of x I put a half, plus 3y is equal to 7. So 4 times a half is negative 2, plus 3y is equal to 7. So 3y is equal to 9, and y will be equal to 3. So my coordinates will be a half, 3. And that's it for today. If you have any questions, email your teacher.